Street Outreach is a support service for rough sleepers with the ultimate aim of helping them to find accommodation, which sounds simple, but in reality sometimes it can be very, very complicated. Rough sleeping is potentially deadly, and for me the biggest thing that it is isolated, not knowing where you're going to be tomorrow, not knowing where you're going to be in 2, 3, 4 hours time, feeling at risk, open to the elements, open to people walking by, and you can't underestimate the impact that can have on somebody that they're not knowing really. Our approach to tackling rough sleeping is a little bit different to the traditional view of tackling rough sleeping, the handing out sleeping bags, the handing out soup. We're very different, we're very assertive in our approach. We won't give out sleeping bags, we won't give out blankets, because it makes our life more difficult. If people get those things, sometimes they won't engage with us, and people do find that very difficult to understand, that actually we're offering help, and that sometimes people won't accept the help. And that's why we do have very strong links with enforcement agencies, and deterrence is a massive part of our role. Nobody is beyond help. If we thought that, we wouldn't be doing the job we're doing, and we wouldn't have had the success that we've had. We have certainly come across people who, as I referred to before, have rough slept for a long time, and very often those people have been ignored or forgotten about. And we, as an outreach service, have been very proactive to go out and engage with those individuals to try and understand actually why they've ended up in that situation in the first place. And by understanding why they've ended up in that situation, we've then been able to actually offer an appropriate pathway back into accommodation. And in some instances that will take a long period of time to build up that trust that maybe that person has lost in agencies in the past. But as a service, we certainly won't give up. We haven't given up.
And it's not always successful first time round. There are people we have housed probably on 3 occasions. So it doesn't always work first time, but we go again, and we go again.
There's been some horrible moments over the last 3 years, but there's also been some lighter moments. We had one person, he'd slept rough and sofa surfed in between for 2 years, and we had him accommodation. He needed to come to the local authority with us that day to make a homeless application. He would go into accommodation, and now he couldn't come, and the reason being that he was taking part in a charity skydive.
Mm-hmm.
So he was a rough sleeper who had been homeless for 2 years, who could move into accommodation, but decided to go and jump out of an aeroplane.
Because there's always people worse off than him, he told us.